Hi people, in this video I will explain the installation of SAP R3 on Ubuntu 20.04, okay? 20.04 is the version of Ubuntu. And unfortunately the script provided by SAP is not updated for the new versions of Linux. And there were many issues on the installation process. I will explain what I have done for the proper installation of the system, okay? And so the main problem at the beginning was the common error on the installation that happens is the modlib.jslib.caughtException error, okay? This abort execution because of the error on the installation came mostly because of the lack of enough resources configured on VirtualBox. I am using VirtualBox 6.1 running the Ubuntu version 20.04 and increasing the number of processors and more memory resolve the error here, okay? That was what I have done at the beginning on the installation to continue with installation. But this was not the end of the problems, because on the final steps I will change here the screen, okay? The error was the reset of the passwords of components, because it was impossible to continue the installation of SAP R3. And so you can wait one day and nothing happens. It's stuck on this screen and the installation doesn't continue anymore on the resets of the passwords. What I have done here was that after trying again and again the installation, I was able to check the terminal and the top command of all the processes running on Linux. I noticed that the SAP R3 was installed and is running on the system because the authorizations on all the files were properly done before. The NPL instance was running on SAP. And I say, okay, despite that installation doesn't end, it is running the SAP agent with the SAP start server and all the instances. So, being SAP running on the system, I tried to enter with SAP GUI from Windows, but the problem was that the key file, the authorization with the keys was not done, and it doesn't enable me to use the system because of the expiration of the authorizations. So I say I will try to install all the authorizations using the SAP key command. I was able to see what is happening on the system, and so the license obviously was not installed, but I was able to see the hardware key, and with this hardware key I downloaded from the SAP website the license key, the NPL.TXT file. Using this hardware key, it was generated by the system, okay? But it was not enough to make running the SAP installation. And here's the error that the system returned after the manual installation of the license key, that this system number is 375062, but is a license key for a system number 955384. And what I done, because I started to investigate, because there is no information about that, editing the file with Notepad was the solution. Here is the license authorization inside the NPL file that you download from the SAP web portal, okay? And this is the number that the system generated, but it's not the real number that I need. Changing that and putting the number that the system retrieved on the console was the solution. Here's the file edited with another number, with this number 375062. 800 begins always with 800, but the last 6 digits you need to change based on the information of your key hardware on your system, okay? And after that, I was able to run SAP, okay? The confirmation that the license key was properly installed on the system, okay? I will see here, and here you can read that it's the demo system with the hardware key, the number of hardware key, and the end of validity of the license is in February 11, okay, 2025. So we have now all the problems of the key installation resolved on the SAP system, okay? And I was happy because the system, I was able to log through the SAP GUI, and with the user DDIC I changed also the passwords of administrator and developer, because on the beginning I put not properly the password and it was blocked by the system, but the problem was also always the license key to enter, because with the DDIC at the beginning I wanted to change to reset passwords and was unable because I don't have license installed on the system. And after this sub-li key command that I use to install the license manual, I was able to run successful the SAP on VirtualBox, okay? And after that, well, SAP is running properly. Here is the DBA cockpit running on the system. I also put my name as welcome. I changed the user information on the developer using my name. Makes me very happy to have running SAP again on Ubuntu 20.04. And why? Because the most important is to learn ABAP programming, and here is the screen with the editor of ABAP on the SAP GUI, okay? And following tutorials on internet, you are able to use this legacy system to learn ABAP. Also, I want to learn ABAP objects. This is the next step. But at the beginning, you need to learn the procedural ABAP, okay? The no object oriented. And after that, for mobiles and web browsing, JavaScript is required for that, okay? It's also a language that you need to learn. But here is, for example, another program, and the output of this program using different data types, declarations, the output is that, okay? Here's the output of this application, okay? It's only for to learn the basics of the ABAP language and to see if something is wrong. And I find a tutorial from Peter Moxon, a very good tutorial on the internet, and my idea is to also to follow the tutorial on ABAP objects also from Peter Moxon. I will see if I find that on the internet. There are a lot of places where people share such information, and so the thing is that it's a course also that was provided 12 years ago on the internet. I think in year 2012 was available, this course of Peter Moxon, but a very good course for ABAP programming that I strongly recommend to everyone, okay? And so this is my experience with the SAP R3 installation and using the SAP license key command, SAP li key command on the terminal. I was able to install manually the keys and to make the modifications also on Notepad to enable the proper information, because unfortunately the installation doesn't end because the script file provided by SAP is not updated with the latest versions of Linux, okay? And these latest versions returns a lot of errors. On next videos I will share more of my experience and what I am learning with ABAP and all that, okay? Because the idea is to work with SAP systems, okay? Thanks to everyone.